A monster? No. I'm the devil himself! Step forward, and I will send you to your grave.
Yo, what's up, Mac?
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a
Had a pretty good day today.
machine, as well as a crate
Got
of
some
supplies.
stuff to deal with.
Here's how to launch.
Got everything
Find
accomplished.
the power keys, then place them in the right spot.
Just settled in. Gonna play for maybe an hour or two. How are you?
Please save me! You're my savior.
Woman.
Please help me.
Good to hear, homie. First match of the night.
Somebody's down! Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
I'm scared.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this guy's gonna come over here next.
That's a new power key. Place it now. Flying Nimbus! An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Oh, power key or nothing.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. Great. You know what to do with
Needed
it.
that cube.
Stay calm.
Bro, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How did this guy even see me? Because that stupid cool X came over here with the Dragon Ball. Fucking took my cube too. I'm sick of Broly, dog. Honestly, I'm sick of Broly. Remember when Goku Black came out? A lot of people stopped playing because Zamasu was so annoying. Bro, I died? I didn't even do nothing.
Asks, the one with the most intel controls the universe. Am I wrong? And intel is exactly what's packed inside this thing. Right, Granolah says. Well, I wouldn't know much about that. I've got my reward, and that's all that matters. What's my next job, Granolah asks. About that, Alex says. The state of things in the universe are shifting, so we don't got any assignments at the moment. What? Granolah asks. Frieza's been revived, Alex says. What did you say? Granolah shouts. He's come back to life? How? No clue, Alex responds. Doesn't matter how it happened. It's bad for business. When people are running around scared,
yesterday we were waiting like
fired up
5
to make
minutes
deals,
to
Alex
find a match
says. But
almost.
instead of
So
worrying about
37-second match,
business,
that's
Granolah
good.
seems to be more concerned and focused on Frieza's resurrection as Granolah went on to shout, right now, I could actually kill him.
Well, I beat you. I found a match in 30 seconds.
Granolah says.
Hold on.
Where is he?
Establishing the
Granolah
connection.
asks. You have to tell me. Why, Alec asks. Revenge?
30 seconds.
Don't even try it, Granolah. Frieza's back and somehow stronger than ever. So you'd be playing with fire, probably wouldn't stand a chance, with Granolah responding, let me be the judge of that. Tell me where Frieza is. As Granolah had then made the foolish mistake in walking up the steps that led to Alec's throne, it was only then out of nowhere where Gas had immediately taken action in quickly acting on instinct, in speed blitzing behind Granolah and knocking him off balance by kneeing him in the legs, which ultimately caused Granolah to stumble as Gas had went on to Huracarana Granolah off the steps, with Granolah shown falling face down on his face before Gas was able to get behind him, in locking and pinning Granolah down in an armbar, and with Alec having to observe. With a very devious smile on his face, Alec went on to comment, "You're such a hothead, Granolah. I know all about your little grudge against Frieza's army, but proper revenge is best served cold. It takes time and planning. So chill out," Alex says. "Put this whole thing on the back burner until we're ready to help you out. Frieza's army is a thorn in our side too. You feel me?" Yeah, Granolah says. "Got it. Great. Let him go, Gas." With Gas then being shown falling back with his group as Granolah went on to stand up and reaching on back down and collecting his money, Alec wanted to make sure that Granolah understood the circumstances as Alec went on to tell him, "Glad we have an understanding. Go home and take some time to cool that head." "Okay," says Granolah. "Contact me if there's a job to do." "See ya," says Maki, and with Granolah then shown exiting, Oatmeal kept quiet the entire time as he finally went on to ask Granolah, "Care to explain yourself, Granolah? It's quite unlike you to allow Alec to have the last word," with Granolah responding, "That piece of garbage Frieza will die by my hand. I will have my revenge." "That's all well and good," Oatmeal says, "but remain calm. Why not treat yourself with your earnings first?" As we then get to see how Granolah had boarded his ship and then being shown leaving, Maki was shown observing Granolah's exit from the inside as Maki went on to comment, "Hearing Frieza's name seriously lit a fire under Granolah. He's really got it out for that guy," with Oil asking, "Hey Alec, why did..."
Need that.
I need help.
We need to find a key quick. Someone just disconnected. Trash.
You're a big help.
Not Super Saiyan. Just went live.
Someone save me.
Second match for the night.
You be careful too, okay? Jinx!
This is where I was last game where I died.
You found a power key.
And I found the key in
Go
the same
slide it.
spot.
Holy hell. Oh man. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Look out of here.
Welcome. Thank you.
Flying Nimbus!
And now we lost.
What's the big idea? Give me a freaking break.
They died right here. Hopefully he doesn't come back here. I'm gonna head to eat.
Great! You know what to do with that key. This is bad! Somebody's down! Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Having no power key radar is annoying.
Holy hell. Oh man.
Gosh, bro. I'm getting sick of this game. I'm going back to playing Call of Duty. Trying to save the poor guy.
The ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. I owe you one.
That A key probably up here.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
No way this guy has a Dragon Ball. This match is a lot.
Now, state your wish. Consider it done.
James! I sent you a super transmitter. Use it.
I try to kill myself.
Here comes a pain.
Fuck it. Let's just play the next match. We lost.
You know what to do with that key. Access the startup system from the central area. Beam cannon! No more to go. Then you're done. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them. Special beam cannon! Bastard!
This match was a wash. We weren't gonna win. Time machine's at 5%. 3 people dead.
Will always be trash.
Wait till the next match. There's Bear Broly's tonight.
Why did you go and mention Frieza? With Elect responding, our friend Granolah has gotten crazy strong and the power has gone to his head. We'd be in hot water if he ever got stronger than you, Gas. He could never defeat me, Gas says. Darn right, Elect responds.
Should get a rated
You're the
match
pride
tonight,
and joy of our little family. Stronger than Gas, even, Maki asks? Not possible. Yeah, it's unlikely, but hedging risks is the rule of business, Elect says. So you see, Frieza's gonna ice the guy for us. So that's our angle, Maki says. No rush, of course, Elect responds. Right now, I'm just fired up to see what we can find inside of that thing. I'll start running the analysis, Oil responds. Soon we'll have what we need, Elect says. The exact location of Zuno, the ultimate intel broker. As back on Granola's ship with Granolah shown sitting inside, Oatmeal went on to tell Granolah, rest up, it'll take 2 days to reach planet Sorel. Yeah, I hear you, says Granolah, but then there was an unexpected attack on Granola's
matches
ship, and as
against Broly's
soon as
not looking
Granolah
too
went on
good,
to
guys.
wake back up and looking around, he then noticed that the exact same individual that was after OG-73 in wanting the piece of the bounty from earlier had now found himself attacking Granolah and wanting to get revenge, which had ultimately prompted Oatmeal in telling Granolah to land on a nearby asteroid, which from that point on there were a small group of mercenaries that wanted Granolah dead. So as they quickly followed Granolah, not only did they go on to board Granolah's ship and even go as far as to look for him and wanting to kill him on the spot for what he had done, but to their own surprise, they only then had later found out that Granolah was no longer within his ship, but instead, he was already outside with his plan of attack and taking each and every single one of these individuals down, which, subsequently enough, he did because Oatmeal served as a distraction in being within the cockpit of the ship, as everyone else was then beginning to get dropped one by one, as Granolah was then shown on top of a nearby cliff, coincidentally using his Cerulean Eye in taking everybody down, which prompted the orchestrator of this entire thing to get so scared that he didn't want any more of the smoke given by Granolah, so instead, he ordered all of his men, including
Failed to
himself,
connect
and
to
boarding
universe.
back onto his ship and having to leave the asteroid, which, mind you, Granolah could have, if he wanted to, ended their lives right there on the spot, but instead, Granolah decided to spare
Yesterday I
them
got
and
that
putting
4 times
Oatmeal
in a
back
row.
with Oatmeal having to tell Granolah, a profitable encounter, how nice. Your sniping was as impressive as ever, with Granolah responding, nah, I missed one of the targets. Did you, Oatmeal asks? In any case, good enough. Not in my book, Granolah says. Elect was right. I'm still not powerful enough to take down Frieza. To avenge the Ceruleans I've lost, Granolah says, I'll have to grow stronger than anyone.
I think the
As
STM
eerily enough,
goes
when going
faster
back onto
if,
Beerus' planet and overseeing the Oracle Fish sleeping,
if
it
you
was just
plant
as
the
Whis
key
had
before the
pointed out
raider
earlier,
destroys
with
the area.
Oracle Fish being in such distress,
I think that's
was
how
a
it
sign
works.
of a bad omen to come, because while sleeping, the Oracle Fish went on to utter Universe 7, balance shifting. strongest warrior in the universe will soon rise up. Now, what Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 68 had done very well was convey and illustrate the idea of what things could have actually been like by seeing what the outcome would be like for Goku to be at his absolute peak and using the concept of Mastered Ultra Instinct in going head-to-head against Whis, only for Whis to kind of inform Goku by telling him that surely enough, even though Goku had mastered the concept of Ultra Instinct, there are still many levels to Ultra Instinct by comparison to the Angels, and even by a proxy to the Grand Priest, who seemingly enough seems to have the greatest level of control even by compared to the other Angels of using Ultra Instinct. So with Goku being at the absolute bottom, this still gives him enough time and room to grow, in a sense where as Dragon Ball Super continues to expand its story, as does Goku's evolution in being able to hone Ultra Instinct to those extents, whereas Granolah had not only now discovered the overall idea that Frieza is still alive, but by us actually seeing and gaining a better understanding now as to who and what the Heaters are, does it now only raise more questions than answers as we head into Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 69, which basically opens up with Granolah going back to his homeworld of Planet Sorrel, aka Planet Cereal for the name pun, as with Granolah shown making his way down, he is not greeted by his own Sorelian people, but instead, there is an entirely new civilization that inhabits the Sorelian planet, and that civilization goes by the name of the Shigarians. Now, it would only appear as though that these individuals seem to be greeting Granolah with kindness, and there doesn't seem to be any signs of tension or any signs of war on the planet currently going on right now, which only further establishes the overall idea that Planet Sorrel is currently peaceful, with Granolah shown shopping for goods and also having to retrieve several items that he wants to bring back home, which as a whole, the current society that inhabits Planet Sorrel seems to be governed and functioning in a very peaceful and proper way to where everyone seems to be getting along, with Granolah shown having to exit one of these domed cities because apparently enough, there are multiple domed cities scattered throughout.
Alright, let's get a W, guys.
Can you hear me?
Stupid
It's
bro.
Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spot.
My savior.
Yeah, we found 3 Dragon Balls already.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
Oh no! Thank you! Thank you!
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Damn, where you at? I swear I looked in there.
Are you here to save me?
I'm gonna save this one up here.
Great. You know what to do with that
You
key.
have my thanks.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Yeah, wow.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Bastard!
I don't know, man. I don't know. I lost my shield because that stupid ass animal hit me. Thanks a lot, developers.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
You don't have what it takes. Stop! Keep your energy in check.
Thank you. I lost my soda. Or I think the other guy took it.
I owe you one.
They're underneath me.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Chase!
That person's kind of far. I'm confused. Did we not just set this key?
Ally down! If you intend to rescue
What was
them,
that beat?
watch out for enemies. This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Yeah.
Here's a little something for you. Big idea! Give me a freaking break.
Super transmitter is headed your way. Take it now. Access the startup system from the central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done. Holy hell. The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer.
Gotcha.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them. The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it?
Get off!
Thank you.
We're going to fight.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Here comes a pain!
This is bad. Somebody's down.
Ah!
This is where you
Caution
die!
if you're going to help.
I try to grab the Dragon Ball.
Finished already!
Not looking too good tonight.
Our planet Sorel, as Granolah is shown walking up this hill and being contacted by Oatmeal, Oatmeal went on to tell Granolah, "Say Granolah, why don't you live amongst the Shigarians?" With Granolah responding, "That city was set up for them by the Heaters. It's not meant for me." But was this not once the planet of the Sorelians? Sure, Granolah says, 40 years ago. As we then have a flashback with the Heaters shown rebuilding on planet Sorel, Granolah went on to continue, "After our planet was ravaged by Frieza's army, the Heaters swooped in and started rebuilding," which from there we get to see a young Gas, a young Maki, a young Oil, and a young Alec. As Granolah went on to continue, the Shigarians had lost their own planets and were roaming through space at the time, so they paid well for this planet. This place became their home, Granolah says, "So we decided to move to this mountain." "I see," says Oatmeal. "Necessary distancing in pursuit of amendable cohabitation." Something like that, Granolah says. Plus, as with Granolah overseeing a rich and beautiful planet Sorel, he then has another flashback of what planet Sorel used to look like during Frieza's invasion. As Granolah went on to continue, "I see my hometown from the top of this mountain, the one Frieza's people destroyed. It's a reminder of what they did to my planet. That way, I'll never forget." Which, once again, as Granolah is overseeing this, we then see the remnants and shadows of these gigantic great apes stomping around, in literally shown causing mayhem and destruction courtesy of Frieza's order, as we only then later pan back to Beerus and Vegeta and seeing what they were up to. As Beerus was shown pointing at something in the distance, there was no doubt that Vegeta was paying very close attention to what Beerus was saying, as Beerus went on to ask, "How many planets have you Saiyans destroyed?" "Hard to say," Vegeta says. "Fighting was the only way of life for my people, so we had a way of racking up sin after sin." "Sin, huh?" Beerus asks. However, Vegeta responds, "It wasn't until Frieza's clan came along and began using us that the destruction and invasions became business as usual." "You trying to lay all the blame for your wicked ways on Frieza and his people?" Beerus asks. "Not in the least," Vegeta responds. "In his pursuit for power, my father built his own kingdom on top of countless deaths. Frieza's clan taking control didn't help, but the seeds of the Saiyans' destruction were sown before that. So it was the Saiyans' destiny to be wiped out then?" Beerus asks. "I'd say so," Vegeta responds. "Ridiculous," Beerus comments. "But never mind that," Vegeta says. "My people's problems aren't your concern." As this went on to really agitate Beerus, with Beerus shown getting in Vegeta's face by telling him, "I'm saying it's ridiculous." What? Vegeta asks. "What do you mean? Weren't you going to show me a technique used by the gods of destruction? What could that possibly have to do with the history of the Saiyans?" "Plenty," Beerus says, and with Beerus shown pointing his finger behind him, he just so casually had gone on and firing a ki blast in the distance. However, this wasn't just your ordinary ki blast, as this ki blast went on to destroy one of the moons surrounding Beerus's planet. Both Vegeta and Goku, who was shown training with Whis, were absolutely shocked by this, because as soon as a giant explosion then took place above Beerus's planet, everything on the planet itself was then beginning to shake.
Usually they'll either disconnect because of internet problems, or sometimes they'll be stupid and get the sensu beam. You know those guys that get the sensu beam right when the match starts and go kill themselves, and then revive with the sensu and then kill themselves so they can get a regular match faster? I hate those guys. So annoying.
Fish went on to poke his head out by shouting, "That was too far, Beerus. You just destroyed another decorative planet." Honestly, Whis says, "At this rate, if he keeps destroying things, we'll be fresh out of planets before you know it." "Whoa," Goku says, "Lord Beerus is not someone to mess with." Was that the technique?" Vegeta asks. "That was just a small glimpse of what I can do," Beerus responds. How can I acquire such power?" But then, before Vegeta could even ask his question, Beerus had then proceeded in grabbing Vegeta by the face and casually slamming his body down on the ground, with Vegeta begging the question as to why this was going on.
Is it after A5 you go S1?
What's the meaning of this? "As long as doubt weighs
A6?
down on your soul," Beerus says, "this power will never be yours to wield. Your own crimes aside, you're feeling guilty for the sins of all Saiyans. That's awfully self-centered of you, mortal." As with Beerus then shown holding onto Vegeta's face and then tossing him out into the distance, with Vegeta crashing onto a tree. The moment Vegeta had hit the tree and falling back down, Beerus then went on to continue. "Here's a fun fact. The one who suggested that Frieza eliminate the Saiyans was me." And Vegeta could not believe it, because this was the first time that Vegeta had ever never learned that it was originally because of Beerus wanting the Saiyans destroyed that he had then ordered Frieza in actually eliminating them, as Vegeta went on to shockingly ask, What? Still think it was destiny, Beerus asks? You're just gonna accept that? Go on, Beerus says, try me. I'll obliterate you too, and Vegeta is
Gotta check my team again. Nasty mosquito bump on my leg, bro. Stupid key. I've been getting eaten up by mosquitoes.
Can you hear me?
Whole month.
It's Trunks.
Honestly,
I've set a
every day
super
I
time
find a new
machine,
mosquito
as well
bump,
as a
bro.
crate of supplies.
No word of a lie.
Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Oh, there, you should know better.
Grateful.
You're my savior. Stay calm. Stay calm. Take! Oh man. Flying Nimbus!
You found a power key. Go slot it.
God, it really chased me down, bro.
That's a new power key.
Stay calm.
Place it down.
I'm the real Frieza, motherfucker. This guy chased me down to the other side of the map, bro. I think I have bad luck in this game.
Yo, what's up, homie? Shout out to everyone watching.
Snap out of it.
I owe you one.
Welcome.
Flying Nimbus! Holy hell. Oh man.
Guy's on my ass.
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Got away. For now. All the way over there. Get back to A. This guy chased me.
Welcome.
from like one end to the other end. Try to cap my body, but I escape.
This is bad. Somebody's down.
Alright, we're gonna head to
Exercise
A.
extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Oh. He didn't see him.
Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Thanks.
You calling what, 6 Dragon Balls?
Stay calm.
An ally needs your help.
Yeah, he's camping.
Don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I don't have a power key radar, so I don't know where to go.
You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shinron at the altar.
Oh man.
If he summons them, we're just gonna end up jumping him.
Get up!
Fuck. Bro, I'm trying to pick up the sensu beans. Fuck it, bro.
Thanks.
Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick.
Jinx!
Trying to get the sensu beans. Wasn't working.
Do you play it on PlayStation? Yeah, I'm on PlayStation. Playing on PlayStation 5 Pro right now.
Right there it says in my name. It shows a PlayStation key. Or PlayStation icon. Okay, so one person has all the Dragon Balls, and we still have to go to the E key.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
I already died once, so I have to play smart. Where's that cave, bro?
Yo, Super Saiyan, that's good, homie. You got a W.
Oh, bro.
This guy had the Dragon Balls and he's just not even summoning. Just holding it. I can't save this guy because he's camping over here.
Now he took the Dragon Balls. Now he's gonna wish for immortality. Leave the keys down here. Oh, this guy's just camping too hard. I'm trying to save that guy.
If you intend to rescue them, watch out for
Ew.
Oh, good luck, bro. The Cool Money Gang, you're done for.
Time machine's ready to launch. Ignore the power keys. Get out of there.
Bro, Breakers hates me, dog. I almost lost 30 seconds in this match. Good thing I had the Nimbus.
Pissed as he then responds, you utter scum, and Vegeta wastes no time in immediately transforming into his most powerful transformation at the time, being Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, with Goku being taken back by this as Goku did not know what the heck was going on.
Hopefully
With
we
Goku
get later
asking
next match.
Vegeta, what's he up to? To where as we then see Vegeta getting into fighting position along with Beerus, Beerus went on to smile at Vegeta and basically telling him to come at him with everything he has, in which Vegeta had done, because the moment Vegeta had went on to make the first move, Beerus blocked it. But then, by using speed to his advantage, Vegeta attempted to get behind Beerus in his best efforts in wanting to connect a fearsome kick, but then, before Vegeta could even realize it, Beerus with ease, without even having to look at Vegeta, had just so casually leapt on up in avoiding Vegeta's attack, and then being shown stomping on Vegeta's face, which ultimately sent Vegeta flying, but he was not finished, because even as his body was sent flying away, Vegeta had fired a barrage of energy blast, which
Yeah, we're just
Beerus
gonna
went on
watch
to
this
deflect,
until next
because
match,
even as these energy attacks made contact, Vegeta did not want to waste a single second, because he knew that this wouldn't be enough to stop him. So what Vegeta does instead is he dashes directly into the smoke, only to then realize that the second he attempted to double axe handle in what he assumed to be Beerus within the smoke, all of a sudden, as he did, he then realized that Beerus was not in the smoke at all, but instead, just like he had done a minute ago, Beerus out of nowhere went on to stomp
Did you
on
guys see
down
his
on
arc yet?
Vegeta's spine, in basically treating Vegeta, mind you, a Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, as though he was some
Like what,
kind of
1 or 2
rookie
years
and
old?
literally being shown
now?
standing on top of his body. With Beerus not even trying and Vegeta shown shaking, Beerus then went on to tell Vegeta, everything those Saiyans did in the past, what's it got to do with you now? As long as you're trapped by the past, you'll never manage to grow past this point. Which, once again, Beerus was right, because this not only went on to damage Vegeta's ego, but to Vegeta's credit, he still attempted to attack Beerus anyway, which even then, despite Vegeta's best efforts in doing what he can to strike Beerus, Beerus was shown
I'm
having
like
to
zero-
avoid
I'm 0
each
for like
and
5
every
right
single
now,
one
bro.
of Vegeta's strikes, as Beerus from that point on had gone in latching onto Vegeta's arm by then sticking his other hand out by telling Vegeta, destruction,
I don't know how you
which
get
had
good teammates.
subsequently enough resulted in Vegeta's body being
Some
sent
good
hurtling
randoms.
up towards the sky, as the very second his body had gone and hitting the ground as he had reverted back down to his base form. With the nervous Goku having to observe this, that's when Goku went on to chime in by responding, Lord Beerus' signature move, huh? I kinda messed up that one time I tried copying it. It still has that much power, even though he tweaked it so that only Vegeta's armor was destroyed.
We should have
It's
won
not a
against
power
Frieza.
that's easily mastered,
guy
Lee
should have summoned the
says,
Dragon
as we
Ball.
only then take a look at seeing as to how Beerus had now arrived in front of
playing
Vegeta.
around.
That's
He
when
got
Beerus
killed.
went on to comment, my mind's always on destruction and nothing else. That's why there's no limit to my power. Listen, if you really want this power, you're going to have to destroy any stray thoughts
next
and
match starts
recreate
soon.
yourself
Face
from
himself.
scratch.
Level
Before
64,
creation
65.
comes destruction. Get it? Which all the while in the meantime, as this was happening, as we then go back to the heaters, we only then finally take a look as to seeing what the heaters were doing with OG-73's body, as they were now beginning to relay information that OG-73 had collected
Show me
involving
what you can
Sagambo
really
and his
do.
crew, along with all of the
You're
events that
going
had
to
transpired
regret
on Earth, as Maki went on to shout, bingo,
You
check it
actually
out,
think
Alec.
You have what it takes to beat me now, don't you? Then please, allow me to show you just how terrifying my
I gotta
true
restart this. Give me a second. I have to reset my capture card. The audio gets delayed.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Gotta absorb someone in like 5 seconds.
You're a big help.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
So many people, so little time.
You have my thanks.
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Wait, hopefully he doesn't come over here. Oh my gosh, my teammates, bro. Just always get me killed.
You found another power key. Use it quick.
My teammates be selling me out, bro. Because you know what's gonna happen? He was gonna come over here, key sense, find me in the cave, and kill me. That's what always happens, bro. Damn key sense. You can't hide no more. We got 2 keys. We found a D, so I'm gonna head to B.
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Can't go this way. Brother, there's nothing in here for you. What's the smartest way to get to... Where's the other key?
Jinx!
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think, rushing in.
So annoying.
Holy hell.
Sacrifice myself. I time controller 3. And it was capping the body.
If you think I'm just going to let you get away, I would think you'd want to at least test your metal against my oh so perfect form.
Sacrifice. Take one for the team, you know?
Get off! The startup system.
I owe you one.
Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it?
Send the supplies in the mine.
The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Holy hell.
Gallic gun!
Epic fail.
Somebody's down! Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Got the Dragon Balls from him. Oh, we found another. Sorry, we found another one. Oh, the tongue twister right there.
Well, that dealt far more damage than I thought it would.
Roman, I went the wrong way. Bro, I wanted to go straight. Did we get all the Dragon Balls? No, we didn't.
Exercise
Got 6.
extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Well, look at you. I must say I'm rather impressed.
Nah, no Raider match. Should be after this one.
This much fun.
What how far are you into your Raider match?
Got smoked.
Oh, this hunk of junk must have visited Zuno at one point. Jot down the coordinates, Oil Alex says. So, the Galactic Patrol was waiting to ambush Sagambo and his gang of idiots, huh? Right. The Galactic Patrol's got jurisdiction over that whole sector, Alex chimes in. Makes sense that they were never able to find Zuno. Anyways, Maki chimes in. Let's go grill old Zuno for intel that'll lead us to a payday for us. Hold on. What are we seeing here, Alec asks. The convicts in the Galactic prison were all freed at once, Oil asks? How did that even happen? Well, according to OG73's data,
Right now I'm in priority 6, so hopefully this one.
To release the prisoners. Dragon Balls, Alec asks? What are those? Wishing balls created by the Namekians, one of the Heater subordinates says. They can grant any wish. Any wish at all, Maki asks? Yes. Moro used them all to regain his magic powers. I see, Alex says. It's all adding up now. This could explain some of the strange stuff that's been going on in the universe, he chimes in. Decent chance that it was these Dragon Balls that revived Frieza, too. So these balls are just out there somewhere, Oil asks? Heh, this guy delivered us some intel way more valuable than Zuno's location, Alex says. Namekians, huh? Why does that sound so familiar, Maki asks. I've heard of them somewhere. The Namekians were a tribe that used to live on planet Gas chimes in. Right! Those green dudes who shared the planet with the Ceruleans. But wouldn't that mean they're extinct now too, Oil asks. Not quite, Alec responds. I just remembered there was a lone survivor, an old fart named Monaito. Monaito? Yeah, and it just so happens that he lives with our pal Granolah. To where as we only then go back to planet Sorel and see Monaito watching television, Granolah had then gone to walk on in by telling him, I got some water for you, with Monaito being shown standing on up by responding, you're always so good to me, Granolah. How's work going, Monaito asks. Profitable if nothing else, Granolah responds. That's so. Well, good to hear, Monaito says. And your friend at the shop says hi, Granolah adds. Even gave us an extra bottle. Oh, haven't dropped by in a good while, Monaito says. Those Shigarians sure do treat us kindly. They probably feel a little bad moving on to our planet when we were here first, Granolah says. Well, they shouldn't, Monaito responds. I've got no complaints about our life here. Yeah, I guess not, Granolah says. As it was only during this time where Granolah had then gone as far as to find out about the 2 Cerulean Dragon Balls that existed on the planet, to where Monaito himself had gone to let Granolah know that one of the Dragon Balls was in fact missing, but to where even if the second Dragon Ball were to be found, that the Dragon Balls should not be used for anything selfish, and coincidentally enough, as Granolah just so happened to have been watching TV later that night, he only then went as far as to spot the second Dragon Ball on the TV set, which just so happens to be within one of the Shigarian cities. So, as a means of breaking inside one of these cities and retrieving the second Dragon Ball, that is exactly what Granolah had gone to do, to where an all-out manhunt had then ensued to find the person that was responsible in stealing the second Dragon Ball, in which from that point on had led Granolah deeper into one of the Cerulean forests, as he had gone to place both of the Dragon Balls on the ground. This was when Granolah had now taken the opportunity to summon the new dragon, in which just so happened happened to have been named Tarambo, as the very moment Granolah had then gone in summoning this brand new dragon for the first time, Granolah could not believe his eyes in witnessing this massive dragon in the sky, as Granolah went on to utter, "You're the wish-granting dragon? You who have collected 2 Dragon Balls, state your wish," Tarambo says. "If it is within my power, your single wish is my command." "Any wish," Granolah says. "You need not to state your wish in his language," Oatmeal went on to remind Granolah, as it was only within that very moment, after now finding out and learning about the one wish that Granolah can make, this had now become the difference maker, as Granolah went on to tell Tarambo, "I want to be the strongest. Turn me into the strongest warrior in the universe." As with Tarambo then remaining eerily quiet, that was when Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 69 had then come to a close. Now, the basic premise of this chapter was not only to fundamentally establish the idea of what Vegeta was about to do with Lord Beerus, but this was in fact the exact moment in time where everything within the universe was about to change courtesy of Granolah's wish, in the idea that—
Yes, I'm certain. Make me immortal!
The only good thing I like about Frieza, level 1 has a scouter.
Let the carnival of terror begin.
Radar.
Give me the Dragon Ball.
I don't have any. Please don't kill
If
me.
you don't have them, then I have no need for them.
God damn it, bro. Really try jumping me. Yo, Mac, am I playing against the guys you just played against? Here it is.
Where are the Dragon Balls? Dragon, whatchamacallit? What are
Oh no!
Where are the Dragon Balls? Very well. I'll make sure your death is quick. Where are the Dragon Balls? Even if I have them, why would I give you?
Yeah, it's on sale right now for $5 on PlayStation. I just checked before the match started.
It's on sale right now, $5.
Where are the Dragon Balls?
I have none.
Probably on sale on Steam as well. But if anyone's on PlayStation, you can get it for like $4.90 something right now.
Give me the Dragon Balls.
You won't get your wish.
You have my thanks.
Especially for $5, why not, right? This damn witch. Yeah, I'm getting this, girl.
What's that?
Got away last time. Got it this time.
Is anyone out there?
Give me the Dragon Balls.
You won't get your wish.
You have my thanks.
Yeah, $5. I'll get it, but I wouldn't pay full price. I think the game full price is like $26 Canadian.
You're done.
We only have 4 survivors left, so I can't really kill them. I have to let them set the key so I can get the time machine to come up. Hopefully they revive her. I need one more Dragon Ball. On set the air EQ, guys. Yeah, I don't know if it's on sale on Steam, but it's on sale on PlayStation for $4.99.
Now, state. Consider it done.
Well, the game's on sale for $5, Steve. If you want to get it on PlayStation.
I will not tolerate failure.
Damn, this guy's gone. What the heck is going on?
Don't disappoint.
Let's see around here somewhere, I think.
You're no match for me.
Yeah, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, buy the game. Or if you like Dead by Daylight, it's kind of similar. Alright guys, I'll put the room key up if anyone wants to join.
Took an hour and 15 minutes to get a Raider match.
I'm gonna leave the key up for 2 minutes. If you guys want to join, let me know.
In the meantime, between time.
That it wasn't just Granolah who had learned about these Dragon Balls, but to also now see how the Heaters had learned about them as well. This in fact was actually going to be the very chapter in which the paradigm shift had occurred, in which as entering Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 70, we only then pick things up with Tarambo having to tell Granolah, greatest warrior in the universe. So you wish to become the most powerful life form apart from the gods themselves.
If it becomes free,
can you do it, Granolah asks? Can you make me the greatest warrior in the universe? It is possible to make you stronger than you already are, but I cannot increase your power beyond your latent potential. Does that mean I can't?
You got
Correct,
tickets?
Tarambo
You earn tickets
says. That is beyond your
playing the
reach.
game?
Granolah utters.
You also earn money,
Then there's no
and you
point.
can use that,
However,
or you get,
it is possible for
you
you,
can use
to
real
become
life
the
money and
strongest
purchase
if
tokens.
you agree to a certain condition. But that
Gacha
decision
systems
is
to unlock
up
characters
to you.
and
if
skins.
it'll make me stronger than anyone
power
else,
up and
then
stuff.
I will do it, Granolah says.
attacks,
Whatever it is.
skills.
In which, upon agreeing to Tarambo's conditions, we only then head back onto Beerus' planet, in which all the while we then see how Vegeta was now beginning to partake in Beerus' teachings to do what he can to learn the power of destruction. As Vegeta now appearing as though he was slowly but surely getting there, that was when Beerus went on to chime in by telling Vegeta, all you did was break it with a regular ki blast. When we gods use our destructive move, the target is completely erased from existence. We turn some things into nothing, and when matter is destroyed, it releases heaps of energy. As Beerus from there had gone in setting the example before Vegeta, that was when this had gone to catch Goku's attention, as Goku went on to ask, Lord Beerus is destroying stuff again, huh? Such force, Vegeta mumbles. The explosion is the real highlight of using destruction. It
Shout out
never
to
gets
everyone who's
old,
watching.
Beerus
Hope you're having a good
says.
night.
Well, crud, Beerus responds.
Next
I
match is
burned
about to
up
start
this
soon.
month's issue of God Comics. Is Lord Beerus really training Vegeta, Goku asks? Is that a problem, Whis asks? Nah, Vegeta's his own man, Goku says. I'm just here to polish Ultra Instinct, he responds. Let's see which one of us can be the strongest in the universe, with Whis responding, I see. Keep in mind that the strongest may in fact turn out to be someone else entirely. Huh? Do you know someone stronger than us, Whis? Not
haven't beaten
specifically,
Cell Genius
Whis
yet.
responds.
Or,
But given the
sorry,
scope
person
of the
training himself.
universe, who can say that the next powerful entity will
if we can
appear?
get- if we
Isn't
can
that
get,
right,
Cell
Oracle
at level
Fish?
2, we're good.
Huh? Oh, sure, the Oracle Fish says. The strongest warrior in the universe will soon rise up. See, Whis asks? Which out of nowhere, that was when Vegeta had gone and stepping on forward by responding, that would be me. Vegeta! As with Vegeta going as far as to now demonstrate his abilities to Hakai a little pebble on his finger, that was when Vegeta had finally listened to Beerus and do.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it.
You're a savior.
Girl's crying.
Oh, come on! Where was it gone?
I was gonna save that girl.
Oh man. Here comes the pain. What? Holy hell. You bastard.
Got me. Dodge my death ball.
Time to feast.
Super Saiyan, you got me killed still, but it's all good. And Speed, yeah, it's on sale on PlayStation. I'm in Canada. It should be a North American sale though. But the game's not that expensive, to be honest. If you enjoy Dragon Ball, I would still buy the game full price.
I owe you one.
That's just me.
Great. You know what to do with that key.
Gotta get the hell out of here! Give me a freaking break.
What a relief.
Yo, thank you, Super Saiyan.
Stay calm. Flying Nimbus!
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick. That's a new power key. Place it now.
Good job, Super Saiyan. Nope. There's no leaks or anything so far.
This is bad. Somebody
The new
help.
season just started a couple of weeks
Exercise
ago.
extreme caution if you're going
Right?
to
I
help
think it's
them.
like, what, 2 weeks now? So we got Dragon Ball Z Broly, Wuhan, and Cell with Cell Juniors. So we might not be getting anything till next year. I think the roadmap is just like bug updates and stuff, fixes. was hoping the key was in there.
Holy hell.
Got him. He has a Dragon Ball. We couldn't find that E key.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Coming back. Oh, if you die, Cell kills you. Level 4 Cell executes you. So I might not be able to save you.
Flying Nimbus!
But if you die, the escape time machine will come.
The escape time machine's ready to launch. Ignore the power keys. Get out of there. There's a beacon where the blue light is. Do you see it? Head that way fast. An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I don't know, man. Tonight's just not the night. He was trolling you? Yeah. I think he didn't want to kill you because the escape time machine was going to come. Five games a month?
I at least try to play one Raider match per day. So like obviously 5 Survivor matches and 1 Raider match. And then I usually just call it. Mac, you want to play this round, or are you sitting out tonight?
Alright, let me know when you want to jump in. And Justin, we're playing on PlayStation. Well, I'm playing on PlayStation. Max, you're on Nintendo Switch, you said? And Super Saiyan J is on PlayStation as well.
Yeah, the game's still region locked. I'm using a VPN right now. I have my computer on a VPN, and then I have my PlayStation connect to my computer's hotspot.
Otherwise, the game doesn't work for me. Yeah, man. I had to find a way.
I couldn't play the game since like October last year. I didn't play it for a couple of months. I just came back when Season 9 came because I found a way how to use the VPN.
If you're on PC, it's even better, right? If you're playing on Steam, you could just put your VPN on and then just play the game through Steam. But PlayStation doesn't have a native VPN app. They should have a VPN app so we can get better servers, better lobbies and stuff. Yo, Super Sin, I gotta put the room key back.
Yeah, they put the region lock, what, season 2 or season 3? I don't know why they did that. Then they try to put the Raider only, but that broke. That failed. And then they put the region lock, so I don't know, man.
You go back on the Moro arc or Granolah arc.
Doing exactly what he had said, and now being able to utilize the essence of Hakai fully, with Goku responding, "You did it! Good for you, Vegeta. Watch out," Vegeta says. "I'll soon be destroying much larger things." As we only then make our way back onto planet Sorel, and seeing the two Dragon Balls having to part ways, we finally right then and there bear witness to Granolah, who in fact now has long hair, as we only now get to see how Granolah did in fact actually look very different by comparison to before. He from there quickly wanted to see if in fact the wish had worked, by from there quickly being shown lifting up a giant boulder and destroying it right in the sky, as this had gone to create a massive explosion, to where this exact explosion itself had looked very different, that even Oatmeal went on to ask, that boulder exploded, what technique was that? But Granolah did not answer, as all the while with this explosion, Monaito had gone and waking up out of his sleep by responding, what the, that was quite the shockwave. Oh, the Granolah, the Dragon Ball, it's gone. Don't tell me. As the very moment we then see how Monaito had gone and running outside, that's when Monaito had gone and spotting Granolah by shouting, "Granolah, what have you done? Did you really use the Dragon Balls?" "Yes," Granolah responds, "the strength I've gained is unrivaled in the universe." "What? The whole universe? I can now bring Frieza down," Granolah says. There had to have been a condition," Monaito says. "Don't tell me you've accepted. Of all the foolish things you could have done. Listen, Granolah, there's no better way to make new enemies pop up out of the woodwork than by brandishing that sort of power." "Oh, don't be ridiculous, Monaito. As the greatest warrior in the universe, I can defeat any threat that comes my way." "Oh, don't let that power go to your head, boy. You may be the strongest today, but you don't know
Looks like
who
we have a
or
pretty
what
solid team.
tomorrow will bring." But Granolah could care less. As he sprung up even farther up in the air, that's when Monaito went on to ask, "What now? What's going on?" "I'm not detecting Frieza's presence on any nearby planets." "What was that? That's a power you have now?" "I'll have to ask Alec for Frieza's location." And the moment Granolah was shown taking off, that was when Monaito was shown calling out for Granolah before having to fall on down to the floor and responding, "What have I done? I've appended his life once again." As in this time, with Granolah shown boarding his ship and leaving planet Sorel to go find the heaters, with Vegeta and Goku also now being shown having to argue with the Oracle Fish, it seemed as though Whis was watching from his scepter and realizing as to what was going on, with Goku and Vegeta demanding to find out who the strongest in the universe was going to be. The Oracle Fish was not willing to give up that information, as we only then go back within Granolah's ship, and seeing as to how Granolah was shown cutting his hair, we continue to observe how Whis was having to see this, as Whis went on to comment, "I see. So..."
Alright, Super Saiyan. Go.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it.
Go, fam.
Thanks.
Yo, whoever's begging for the Dragon Balls is not getting the Dragon Balls.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
This is C key. Yeah, that's Frieza. He's heading towards D. A bit. Oh no, nigga. If this guy gets more of the balls, then I'll give him the ball. But I'm not gonna give him the ball just because he has one ball. Well, suck your mother. Anyways, we gotta go to E, B, and C. Instead of chasing me for the Dragon Ball, why don't you go open the crates, bro? Don't give him the ball, bro. I'm gonna give the guy who has 3 balls my ball. I'm not gonna give the survivor who's begging.
An ally needs your
Come
help.
on! Ah, he took
Know
it!
what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I try to give it to the other guy. Frieza has the other ball, but we're still looking for this EP. Like, what's the point of summoning the dragon, bro, when you're just gonna get
That's a
cooked?
new power key.
You
Place
know?
it now.
We could be opening crates, find the keys. I swear this guy wants the Dragon Balls just to summon, just to get cooked in 3 seconds. Like, what a loser, bro. Seriously, those are the losers. Well, this guy has 3 balls.
Great! You know what to do with that key.
And if the other guy doesn't give the balls up, then we're fucked. Still can't find this key.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Oh, man.
Where is this E key, man? I don't know, man. I swear I searched everywhere.
Oh, man.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them,
Right in
watch out
there.
for enemies.
Holy.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. Flying Nimbus!
What's the big idea?
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Faster! An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Well, that's not good.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Super Saiyan. Still in the game?
This is
Yeah,
bad.
down there.
Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
I can get you if I can.
Jinx! Oh, man.
Get up!
Tell you what, as thanks, you've earned an autograph from yours truly.
It's all good, Super Saiyan.
The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it? The startup system's destroyed. The escape time machine's almost prepped. You need to head for the beacon that's
That's a good
indicated
move.
by a blue light. I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Does the power of my shiny new form make you envious? Come.
Sick of this game, bro. Going back to Call of Duty.
Who wants to play some zombies, bro? Citadel de Morris, let's go.
Noah,
Where you at?
So that's what's happened. Well, this may cause some turmoil, as indeed turmoil was caused because 2 days later, as Granola's ship was finally shown entering the Heater's orbit, Granolah was then shown having to push past security and entering the domain of the Heaters, as Alec went on to ask Granolah, "We're in the middle of a show, what do you want?" "Tell me where Frieza is," Granolah shouts. That again, why'd I think it could possibly be anything else? Like I said, you aren't strong enough to handle Frieza, with Granolah responding, "Like I said, you ain't strong enough to handle
Mac, I'll
Frieza,"
push you
with
in.
Granolah responding, "You're wrong. I am now the strongest warrior in the universe." "In the whole universe, huh?" Maki asks. "Did you have a nice dream or something?" Looks like his obsession with revenge has finally made him snap, Oil says. "Sorry, Granolah, but we've got a packed schedule today. We were just about to
So when
sit
you're
down
level
for
4,
dinner, so come
the
back
Raiders level
later
4,
and
you
we'll
guys can
hear
fight
all
each other
about your
kind of
silly
equally.
dream
You
then."
have a melee
"It
battle?
wasn't a dream, I really am the
Or
strongest,"
if you get to level
Granolah
4 before
shouts.
the Raider
"So
gets
tell
to
me
level
what I
4,
want
you
to
get
know."
level 2 or level
Oil,
3,
see our friend
you're
out,
more
Alec
stronger.
says. "You got it, boss. Buzz off already," Granolah Oil says. "No one likes a party pooper, but Granolah..."
I'll put the room key for you, Mac.
Once you get to level 4, the level 4 can also help you win because the Raider could be level 4 and you can melee. So it's like a even match. Or if the Raider is level 2 or level 3 and you're level 4, you have a better chance at killing the Raider. So you want to get to level 4 before the Raider gets to level 4. And to get to level 4, you need to summon the Dragon Balls. Or collect the Dragon Balls and summon. I'll be right back, Mac.
Granolah was not willing to back down at all because the very second Oil had made the assumption that he in fact was about to throw Granolah out, with Oil shown having to miss his strike, Granolah had then proceeded to literally one-tap Oil on the stomach, which from there had resulted in Oil flying across the room and hitting the wall behind him. As the Heaters could not believe as to what had just happened, that's when Maki went on to ask, How'd you do that?" "As I said, I've gotten stronger," Granolah says. Clearly you're not just full of hot air," Alec says. "Get up, Oil, and fight him." "Yeah," Oil says. "I'd be happy to see what you're made of, Granolah. Now fight." And the moment Oil had once again dashed right back at Granolah, we only then little by little get to see the fruits of Granolah's growth in seeing as to how he was able to avoid each and every single one of Oil's strikes and attempts to grab him, on top of the fact that Granolah was able to bop, weave, duck, dodge, and avoid every single one of his punches, his kicks, in almost making this seem as though this was child's play for Granolah, to where even then with Oil shown throwing a gigantic rock at Granolah, with Granolah shown having to stick his arm out in an eerily similar way to that of Hakai, Granolah was from there shown having to completely dust the gigantic rock that Oil had thrown, as this even had gone to piss off Maki, with Maki having to respond, "Is that magic you're tossing around? I'll rip you apart and see what you are made of." As to when even Maki was shown having to jump on in trying to do her best in attacking Granolah, Granolah was effortlessly able to avoid all of her strikes by from there being shown wrapping his scarf around her arms, as he then carried on to swing on Maki forward and slamming her directly down onto the ground. This was now beginning to become very evident at Granolah's statement in now being much stronger than how he was before, until that was when Gas had immediately taken action by jumping on forward and saving Maki. With Alec having to now realize the gravity of the situation, that's when Alec went on to tell Gas, "No need to join this fight, Gas. Stand down." "That's enough. We got a good glimpse of his power," he says. "Granolah, I know you've been getting stronger as of late, but anyone can see there's something strange about your big power-up. What happened to you?" "Not for you to know." With Alec asking, "Then why should we tell you where Frieza is? If you screw up this quest for revenge, we'll be the ones with targets on our backs. We're gonna need some assurance that you're more than a match for Frieza," with Granolah responding, "Fine, I used the Dragon Balls." "What the?" "Thought so," Alex says. So Planet Sorrel has its own Dragon Balls then? It does, Granolah says. Right. And that's how you became the strongest in the universe? Exactly. Oh good, that's all I needed to know, Alex says. But keep your shirt on. We don't know where Frieza is exactly, because finding that out is going to take some time. Go home and cool off your head and we'll be in touch. Fine, but make it quick, Granolah responds. I don't have much time to spare. Oh, is that so, Alec asks. Want to elaborate? I don't have very long to live. Oh, what do you mean, Maki asks. You're only around 50, right? Aren't Cerealians supposed to live for like, I don't know, like 2 centuries? I sacrificed 150 remaining years in exchange for this power. What, Alex says? As we only then get a flashback of Tarambo and Granolah, that's when Tarambo went on to address Granolah by telling him, I am able to multiply your current strength
Right
by
now we're 2 out of 8
condensing
players,
any
so
and all of
still
the
waiting in
power
the
that
lobby.
you could have accumulated in your lifetime. What do you
Yes, it's
mean,
me, man.
Granolah asks. By shortening your lifespan, you can become the greatest in the universe. How many years would I have left if I agree to this? 3, Tarambo says. You sacrificed your life just to beat Frieza, Maki asks? That's insane. I'll be waiting, Alec. As with Granolah now shown taking his leave, the Heaters were left speechless and visibly annoyed, as this was even shown during dinner, because it was only as everyone was eating where Oil went on to ask, what are we gonna do, Alec? You gonna tell him where Frieza's at? If he ices Frieza for us, Maki says, we can do our job without having to kiss up to that jerk's butt. Not a bad deal, right? With Alec responding, idiot. If Granolah takes Frieza out, he'll just take his place as the next boss, he says. And that throne belongs to us, the Heaters. Oh, that's right, duh, Maki says. He's probably out to destroy Frieza's army, too, and that would be bad news for us. Yeah, our end goal is to take control of that army, Gas adds. Exactly, Alec responds. We'll have more business opportunities than ever with Frieza's notorious forces under our thumb. Oh, speaking of, Maki asks, scheming with Frieza's guys to attack Planet Sorrel led to a real nice payday for us. Yeah, those ignorant Shigarians handed over a small fortune for that planet, Oil adds. Bunch of dumb chumps. Don't forget that Frieza's still our business partner, Alec chimes in, so we can't have him getting bumped off just yet. Then what's our next move, Alec? Granola's going to have to die, Alec responds. How are we supposed to do that now that he's the strongest in the universe? I got an idea, Alec says. We'll use the Saiyans. Those guys, Maki asks? You mean the 2 who took down Moro? Right. Based on 7-3's data, those Saiyans are really strong. We'll pit them up against each other 2-on-1, Alec says. Oh, I get it, Oil chimes in. Granola's got a grudge against those Saiyans too, so he'll be itching to fight some warriors from that tribe, with Alec responding, bingo. Universe's strongest or not, if he's up against that pair, then it's game over. As all the while in the meantime, with Granolah shown traveling, Goku shown meditating, and with Vegeta shown training, it was only from that point where the narration went on to let us know at last fate will bring these 3 together, as it was only right then and there where Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 70 then comes to a close. Now, what was interesting more or less about this chapter in specific was seeing as to how we finally now got to see the Heaters scamming and scheming and plotting and strategizing and trying to pick their spots very carefully after now having to see that in fact Granolah had indeed now become the strongest warrior in the universe by proxy, having to make this wish. So now that the Heaters are interested in using Granolah as a pawn to fight the Saiyans, only to have everybody die essentially, because the goal now is to ultimately destroy Frieza, capture his army, use his army's notorious reputation for business, and to simply go along the lines of carrying these acts out by growing and expanding the Heaters' name. We only from here now find ourselves entering Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 71, with Goku now being shown having to be overseen by Whis, as Whis went on to ask Goku, tell me, what is the decisive difference between us angels and you, Goku? With Goku responding, I don't have a halo thingy? But unbeknownst to Goku from behind Whis, as soon as Whis had gone as far as to move his head, it was only from there where Goku was shown being struck by Whis' staff. As his body went on to fall back, that's when Whis went on to tell him, it's that we're always in the Ultra Instinct state, while you, on the other hand, yeah, I know, Goku says, I gotta transform first into Ultra Instinct. My body just doesn't dodge stuff on its own, right? Not exactly, Whis responds. It's that you're equating Ultra Instinct to a transformation. When your heart is calm, your body should move on its own no matter what form you are in, Whis says. As he only from there went as far as to now demonstrate his skills by spinning his staff around, you can almost feel the difference coming off of the pages between Goku and Whis with where they are using Ultra Instinct, because as soon as Whis had gone as far as to put his staff down, that's when Goku went on to ask, so you're saying that I gotta figure out how to use Ultra Instinct in my normal form? Yes, Whis says, doing that will free you of the stamina drain that is creating a time limit. Oh, gotcha, Goku responds. It does tend to cause a lot of trouble for me, yeah. As for the full transformation that accompanies Ultra Instinct, let's set that aside as a last resort when a battle demands that you surpass your limits. Oh, this is probably gonna take a while, Goku says. Well, about that, Whis responds. Time may not
That
be
key
on your
sense,
side.
bro. It just ruins the game, bro.
Why
It just
is that?
ruins the
This
game.
concerns you
How are you
too,
supposed to hide
Vegeta, Whis says, in
if
which
the guy
as soon
can
as
just find
Vegeta
you
was
with
from
key
there shown
sense?
putting down this massive boulder and walking towards Whis, that's when
Didn't
Vegeta
even
had
put
gone
in
as far
any
as to
effort.
ask, what is it? While training, your rivals should be yourselves from the previous day, Whis responds. Work hard to grow stronger than your past selves. Yeah, Goku says, that's the plan, to get stronger every day. We train daily,
Alright, Super Saiyan, I'll
Vegeta
put you in the
says,
next
so
match.
naturally we
Just
grow
look out for the
stronger.
ring key.
Is this meant to be a nugget of wisdom? I say this just in case, Whis says. Not long ago, something odd happened in the universe. Oh? Does it have something to do with us, Goku asks? Hang on, is a really strong enemy about to show up? An enemy? I'm not so sure, Whis went on to look up by telling Goku. As during this time, as we then go back to planet Sorel and seeing how Granolah had came back down onto his planet, with his ship now being shown settling on down, that's when Oatmeal went on to contact Granolah by asking, are you not going to go back to the old man's place? I can't return until Frieza's defeated, Granolah responds. I'll wait here for word from Alec, but will he be okay on his own? Oatmeal asks. It's fine. But it wasn't really, because with Granolah being shown looking on out towards the mountain and seeing Monaito in his little house, it was only from there where Granolah went on to tell Oatmeal, I can keep an eye on him from here. I see, Oatmeal responds. Your right eye is even stronger now. As we only then, while this was going on, head back to the heaters, we only then see how Alec went on to address Maki and Oil by telling them, before jetting off to Earth, pay Zuno a visit to get some intel, with Maki asking, we just gotta ask where the Saiyans are, right? Yes, that's important too, but you need to find out a few other things, Alec says. Yeah, we've got the other questions jotted down, Oil responds. Do you mind if we ask him what shop sells the tastiest grub rolls in the universe, Maki asks. Go nuts, Alec responds. Ask whatever you want as long as you follow the plan. Sweet, Maki says. In which it was only then where Maki and Oil were both shown going to Zuno, as Gas and Alec were left alone, with Gas having to ask Alec, how will we get the Saiyans where we want them? With Alec responding, a great question for Zuno. Everyone has a weakness. Whatever theirs is, we probably have the capital to exploit it. Is all this really necessary just to do with Granolah, Gas asks? Oh, he's supposedly the mightiest warrior now, right? So, yes, just in case. Oh, what's wrong, Gas, Alec asks, with Gas responding, I wish you had let me fight him as well, with Alec being shown walking towards Gas by putting his hand on his shoulder and telling him, I've got no doubts about how strong you are. You might have even won that fight, but I'd hate to think about the worst case scenario. Your moment to fight has yet to come, he adds. Listen, you're the only member of this family who can surpass Frieza himself. Just relax. The wind's blowing our way now. If everything goes nice and smooth when the dust settles, the supreme force in the universe will be the Heaters. As only a few weeks later, with Maki and Oil then shown having to arrive at Zuno's palace, it was only from there, before Zuno could give any sort of answer to Maki and Oil, where Zuno had wanted a kiss in return from Maki, sort of like a gag, in order to give them exactly what they came here for. As all the while, in the meantime, a few weeks later, when then going back to Beerus' world, we only then finally see how Goku was in fact now able to close his eyes and definitively be able to counter Whis' staff, as this whole time what Whis is trying to do to Goku is allow for him to adapt by growing in his base form first, and from there being shown giving Goku the opportunity to better adjust himself while having to go up against Whis' staff, off, as towards the very end, it almost appears as though Goku is now actually able to successfully outmaneuver Whis' staff completely, as all the while in the meantime, retrospectively, when going back to Vegeta, he was now also being shown doing the same thing in training with Beerus as Goku is training with Whis, with Beerus so casually being shown sipping on a drink while throwing these gigantic logs down a waterfall for Vegeta to destroy, because the entire premise and lesson here for Vegeta is to completely nullify an object to its core, which by the very end, it seemingly appears as though Vegeta was in fact able to get the better of this and allow for himself to become even more adjusted by being shown Hakkaiing objects fully now, but despite nearly wiping out the entire waterfall with Beerus being shown clumping Vegeta across the head with, as all the while with some time having to now pass, Maki and Oil have now finally found their way onto planet Earth, as with both of them now looking to get Chi-Chi and Bulma to contact Goku and Vegeta, that was exactly what it went down, because the moment Bulma had gone as far as to call Whis, that's when Whis went on to respond, oh, Bulma's calling? To where as Whis went on to answer, that was when Bulma went on to ask, are Vegeta and Goku there? We've got some guests asking for them.
What's up, everyone?
Who are they?
Playing Dragon Ball The Breakers.
A pair of aliens from the looks of them. Apparently there's some villain they want you guys to beat. A villain, Goku asks. Listen up, Goku, Chi-Chi shouts. They're gonna pay you to beat this guy up. Training's one thing, but it doesn't put a roof over our heads, she shouts. You need to bring home the bacon now and then. Yikes, Goku responds. You're there too, Chi-Chi? Sure thing. I'm on my way home. Tell us more about this new enemy, Vegeta says. They say that he just popped up and he's the strongest in the universe. Hard to believe that that title wouldn't go to one of you two, though. The strongest in the universe, Goku and Vegeta ask. You think this guy is the one that the Oracle Fish was talking about, Goku asks? That may be the case, Whis responds. Well, shall I send them away, Bulma asks, and with Maki pleading for them to come, that was when Vegeta went on to respond, no, and I intend to fight. None may claim the title of the universe's strongest without my say. No need for you to come, Vegeta tells Goku. No way, I'm going to.
Yeah, you can join Ivory, no problem.
Universe, ooh, that gets me all hyped up. Well, they'll do it, Bulma went on to tell Maki. It'll be about half an
Super
hour
Saiyan, you
until
still
they're
coming?
back, so do you mind waiting around? As with Maki deceptively having to act by pleading with Bulma and telling her yes, both her and Oil are only then shown leaving the main lobby, with Oil going on to tell Maki, that went great, Maki. Am I the only actor in this family? You pitch in too. Anyways, next up is... With their plans now being placed into motion, it was only from there Ruiz went on to ask the two, an express ride to Earth, is it? Yes, please. Woohoo, it's been way too long since a real battle, and after all this training, there's no way I'll lose to anyone. You'll all see how my training paid off. Which, interestingly enough, as all of this was happening, if you haven't already noticed, Beerus had been eyeing Goku this entire time, and after now having to overhear Goku's statement and having to even surpass Vegeta and becoming the strongest, it was only upon having to now hear this where Beerus went on to shout, hey, Vegeta, take this. But Vegeta has no idea as to what this is, with Beerus having to explain, stick it on your ear. It's a symbol of those who can use destruction. Now get out there and prove that the Gods of Destruction signature move is stronger than the Angels' techniques. Very well, Vegeta responds, and Whis now knew that this was in fact going to be a competition between the two, because it was only from there where Whis had gone and spawning a marker by marking Goku and telling him, then I'll bring this mark back as well. What the heck, Whis? Beerus went on to ask. You're throwing down the gauntlet? Oh, well, I believe you threw it
What do you got on?
Beerus.
Super Saiyan, what specials do you have on? Or effects?
I have no intention of losing to Kakarot. And with Vegeta shown clipping on the God of Destruction ear onto his left ear, it was only from there where Goku went on to tell him, you're gonna eat those words. Your mutually beneficial rivalry is all well and good, but access confidence may be your doom.
Got power key radar
is this
boost.
guy really that nasty? Well, I
But I took it off and put Time Patroller's duty on.
Whis adds because, well, he's only
And I had the Head Start drink, but I changed it to World Champion Daughter, or I left it so like I could just buy the drink from the vending machines.
Now, shall we be off? As it was only then
and then
where
I have
everyone was shown
mid-air jump and
taking off and
sprint for
leaving
my passive.
Beerus' planet, it was only from there where Beerus went on to shout, oh, finally, peace and quiet. Time for a decent sleep. Oh, there they go, the Oracle Fish adds. Not that I care. In which, as they were now beginning to make their way back onto planet Earth, we only then observe and seeing as to how Oil and Maki were now beginning to ravage one of Bulma's offices, in later coming across the Dragon Radar and using this as a means to now find the Dragon Balls on planet Sorel, in which all the the while, as Chi-Chi went on to catch them, that was when Maki had gone as far as to lie to Chi-Chi by offering her money and manipulating the overall situation to such an extent to where finally enough, as Goku and Vegeta have finally arrived, Vegeta had seemingly enough been very suspicious at the overall
world
situation,
champion that I put back on the power radar booster.
Them, and even now going as far as to boost
I think
their
I have
own
mine
egos
maxed
by
to 20 as
allowing
well.
for them to know that this individual, which just so happens to be Granolah, is a very strong opponent, to where not long after we then finally find our heroes on the Heater ship and now making their way onto planet Sorel, with Maki and Oil now going as far as to offer Goku and Vegeta anything they want in terms of food, in terms of luxury, in terms of doing whatever it was that they needed to do or wanted to do on the ship while now making their way unsuspectingly to Granolah. It was only during these events where Maki had gone as far as to contact Granolah, with Granolah having to then answer with Maki responding, "It's Maki, sorry for the wait, Granolah." "Good, I was running out of patience," Granolah responds. "Well, do you have it? Frieza's location?" "Yep, we finally found him," Maki says. "Really?" Granolah asks. "Where? I'm ready to ship out," with Maki responding, "The thing is, our scouting squad screwed up on this one, so they let it slip that you're gunning for Frieza's head." "What?" "Yeah, the word is 2 of Frieza's assassins are making their way for planet Cereal right now." "Members of Frieza's army are coming for me?" Granolah asks. "We think so," Maki responds. "Sorry about that." "No, this works in my favor, actually. The perfect chance for me to strike back and beat Frieza's location out of them directly." "Gee, what a great idea," Maki responds. "Ah, and one more thing that you should know." "Yes," Granolah says, "these 2 goons are apparently members of that extinct Saiyan tribe." What? Granolah asks. "Guess there were a few survivors."
By the way, does fake death come in handy?
Saiyans who are still alive? The
Like, do you use it?
drove the
Do you use it like
extinction? Yeah,
to
that's
actually
what they
like
say
try to
anyway,
fake Raider,
Maki
like just a dead
continues,
body
but
lying on the
you
ground?
got this, buddy.
Does it work?
We'll be in touch. And as Maki went on to hung up, that's when Oil
I know you can also use it to like stun the Raider, right?
Yeah, that last bit had gotten his attention just like we thought it would. In which, as Granolah was now beginning to make his way on top of his ship and now being shown staring out into the night's distance, and from there going as far as to see the old city that once stood for the Sorelians, Granolah from there went on to respond, "Saiyans are coming to my planet once again. It's 50 years overdue, but revenge will finally be mine," as it was only right then and there where Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 71 then comes to a close. Now, what chapter 71 tries to establish is creating the fundamental scenario and giving us the idea that Goku and Vegeta are both going to be subconsciously and indirectly competing in order to prove one another's power and demonstrating that whoever it is that they're training with has now proven to be the superior path to walk down in terms of either one of them being stronger than the other, as we're all the while with the Heaters trying to do what they can in order to manipulate the situation and bringing Goku and Vegeta on over to Granolah. Chapter number 71 establishes itself as being the prelude to a massive battle to come, as we only from that point now enter Dragon Ball Super manga chapter number 72, as 8 entire days have now passed, with our heroes now finally having to arrive
we got 5
on
out of 8.
Sorel,
Okay,
with
so
Goku having
2
to
people
ask,
joined,
"So,
or 1
this
person
is
joined.
planet Sorel, huh? Seems peaceful enough," Vegeta responds. "Yeah, the bad guy is lurking beyond that mountain," Maki went on to point out. "I don't sense any massive chi signatures," Goku responds. "Maybe he's suppressing his power? We do that." "Yeah, getting any closer could be risky, so we'll hang back here," Maki says. "I hope you do understand." "Sure," Goku says, "we'll handle it. Let's go." And the moment Vegeta and Goku then leave, with Maki being shown having to shout, "Good luck, you two!" it was only from there where Maki went on to tell Oil, "Go spy on their battle, Oil." "Got it," Oil says. "I'll give you the play-by-play. Are you gonna wait here, Maki?" "Yeah, cause I just got word that they're about to arrive, Alec and Gas." As coincidentally enough, right above the planet, we then see how Alec's ship was now hovering over planet Sorel, with Gas seemingly being unnerved by this. That was when Alec went on to respond, "I haven't been back here for 40 years. My memories of this planet are not particularly good ones," Gas says, with Alec responding,
I might give you guys a heads up.
Gas. Gas, you've changed a lot since then.
My computer
It
might
won't be
overheat
like the
soon.
last time with Gas responding
And
right.
if it overheats,
of course.
I'm gonna have to
when
restart
going back to Vegeta
restart
and
my
Goku,
computer.
as they were beginning to oversee
So just
the
in
landscape
case
below, they're now beginning to notice
the
something
computer
very
freezes,
unusual with Goku having to ask, do you
just wait
think
like
this
5
is where the
minutes
big
and I'll come
villain
back
went on a
online.
rampage? I doubt it, Vegeta says. These
Because right
ruins
now I'm
appear to be
looking
quite old.
one of my windows
And
is frozen.
meanwhile, the new cities
It's
don't
not
appear
good.
to have been attacked at all, he says. But it was only deep within the mountains, unbeknownst to Goku and Vegeta, where a stray energy blast had came in flying out of nowhere, as even Goku himself was barely able to avoid this.
Oh,
We
did it
only then
freeze?
witness how a barrage of energy blasts were then
froze,
beginning
I
to
think.
make their
Hold
way
on.
towards Goku and Vegeta, as Goku went on to shout, "Ah, whoa, these blasts are deadly accurate! I can barely dodge them!" With Vegeta responding, "Trace them to their origin! That's where we'll find him!" With Vegeta then quickly being shown having to power up into a Super
Just in case my computer freezes, I'm gonna have to restart the stream. Yeah, it froze. Alright guys, I'm gonna reset the stream. I'm gonna just turn the computer off and turn it back on. Be right back. If you guys can still hear me.